Garrick Spallone, glad to be alongside Phoenix Suns center Tyson Chandler. Tyson, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. Just getting back from vacation, so solid.
Yeah, how was the time off?
It was good, man. It was well needed. Season gets long, and it seems like the All-Star break comes just in time.
And just first and foremost, how great is it just getting back on the floor here, starting the second half of the 2016-17 season?
It's good. It's one of those situations where you're on vacation, and then come that fourth, fifth day, you itching to get back. And it was good to get back in the arena the other day and see the guys, and get a nice workout in.
Absolutely, Tyson. I mean, this is a very up-and-coming Phoenix Suns team, a lot of young talent, but a ton of potential. But with the success that you've experienced throughout your career, how has that helped you develop as a leader, being able to lead these guys and push them to reach their potential?
Well, just really remembering what it was like for me, as an 18, 19-year-old, and then, through the process of my career, the journey that I had, the lessons I learned, being able to really tap back into that and communicate with them. You see their struggles, you kind of remember what they're going through, and just tell them what you wish, the knowledge that you wish you could have received at that time.
Is it? I know, besides the X's and O's and the wins and the losses, is it about the growth for you, just seeing that at this stage in your career?
Yeah, for sure. For me, it's about, handing the torch off and making sure these guys are professionals and they approach the game the right way. It's that, and then, of course, your competitive nature. You're out there, you're getting after it after every play, and, there's milestones that you want to hit, longevity, all that kind of stuff.
Right. And I'm sure it's a bit surreal for you, seeing how fast time flies, being 18 years old, having that responsibility of resurging a Bulls team in 2001 until years later becoming an NBA champion with the Mavericks, and now maintaining a solid veteran presence here with the Phoenix Suns. But when you reflect back on your journey, what would you say has been the biggest life lesson you've experienced or trait you've discovered about yourself through that process?
Man.
I know it's a lot, but
yeah. I think, things are never as bad as you think they are, and they're never as good as you think they are.
Okay.
Life is always a moment away from changing things.
Gotcha.
I remember when I was here in Chicago, and I was a young player, I was trying to figure it out, and it was just, I was on the ultimate high, and then I went through some lows here in Chicago, and I just thought it was the worst thing ever. And, it was a tough point in my career. It's kind of like the first time where, I really went through a struggle, as a player.
Right.
And in those times is when you really find yourself, especially when you get out of that and you realize that things are not as bad as you think they are or were. And it's just about moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, are you able to reflect that more now here to some of the younger guys as well? Yeah. Do you think it's more of a...
Absolutely, whether it's, struggles that they have or, whatever the case may be, whether it's injuries or whether it's, trying to figure things out, systems, the NBA lifestyle, all of that. It's just, as a young athlete, it's everything's coming at you so fast. To be able to remember back at that time, and share that knowledge with them, it's good for young players.
And I just have a couple more questions for you. Believe it or not, there are only 6 active NBA players remaining from your 2001 draft class. All 6 of you are still extremely efficient. But for you personally, what has been the key to your high efficiency year after year?
For me, every single summer I wanted to get better, and I never took the previous year for granted. I felt like there was always something that I can get better at. And it's, I worked extremely hard as a young player, and as I got older, I continued to work extremely hard, but even more efficient, with the knowledge that I gained over the years. So for me, it's been that, just continue to work every single day. My whole thing is I can rest when I retire.
Yeah.
So that's the attitude I've had, throughout my career, and I think that's what's given me longevity.
Yeah, and that's definitely, I'm sure, paid dividends and keep you in the ice, keeps you fresh, right? There you go. And just my final question for you. Not only have you had a huge impact on the court, but off the court as well, giving back to the community. Most recently, I saw that you did a mission with UNICEF, the Kid Power program in Uganda. What was that experience like for you, and how surreal is it seeing the continued impact you've had all over the world?
Yeah, you know what? It's always surreal to realize the impact that you can have on others. It's always amazing to me when I go to these different countries and people, know who I am and are excited to see you. So to be able to use that and turn it, into good, and positive, because it's one thing to, have fans, and go into different arenas and things like that. In those moments, you're giving somebody a chance to kind of take their mind off of whatever. And this game is, beautiful art, a movie that you never know the script to.
Right.
But to actually really go out and change lives and see lives change and have a positive effect on children. And, you never know which child you're going to spark something in their brain to change something in another country, another area, or, you never know. That always amazes me. And, I feel like that's what this is all about, and that's what life is about, is just really using this platform, for other things, for good outside of basketball.
Is there a main message that you're able to relate to the youth over there, or
just really being there and really hearing them.
Right.
It's not about a message that I continue to walk around with. It's more so being a servant,
Okay.
and listening to them and trying to understand them, and in different cultures, and showing them that you care.
Right.
I feel like that's the biggest thing. If someone feels like you care, they're in it for you, and it gives them a little spark, to continue on.
Yeah.
So that's my biggest thing.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes, is that extra boost and that motivation. So
100%.
we love to see what you're doing in the community and on the court. So appreciate you taking the time, man. Derek Spallone, Tyson Chandler.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.